So here we go, everybody's screaming at the referee. Scotland 3, Denmark 2, 7 minutes and 25 seconds of extra time being played. Are we going to go to America? Or are we going to slip up at the end here? Come on, Scotland. Come on, that referee. And come on, Shetland, where we are tonight. Come on, Red! Come on! It's nearly 8 minutes of extra time being played. Oh no! Oh yes! Oh yes! You can stick your Danish bacon up here! Oh yes! The crowd go wild! And in the last seconds, it's 4-2 to Scotland! Can you believe? Oh my wee heart! Come on, Scotland! We are doing it here! Has the game finished? That's the thing. We're too excited. I think that's it. Full time has been called. The game is over. And Scotland are going to America in the World Cup. Woo! I'll get my breath back. That was brilliant. Well done, Scotland. There you are. Hello, how are you keeping? It's yourself and all that. Well, here we go. It's another race around Scotland, and once again, I don't know where I'm going to until I open the official envelope, but I do fear that it's going to be far away. So without any further ado, let's get this opened. Try to do it with one hand. You have to trust me. I am opening it. And I really don't know what's in here. Okay, so here's the clue for my adventure. And it says, well, it's a very strange one. It says, raid the poo larder of Shetland. Whatever can that mean? Well, better get on my way. Shetland, here I come. I hope you've got lots of poo. Raid the larder? I don't get that at all. Anyway, off we go. Okay, before we get on the bus, I do like to come to the Elgin train station because there's a young lady that recently opened back up the tea shop here, and it's absolutely fantastic for cakes, coffees and hot chocolate. So let me just, what's your name?
Kasia.
Yes, Kasia. Kasia's now going to be on the video. She doesn't know it, but she will be. So you can get soup here today if you fancy. Lots of wee selections for your sugar and sweet. And look at this. This is for the healthy people. This is for me, the cake. So if you're travelling anywhere, this is where to get your stuff before you get on the train or the bus. Look at that, they've even got hummus here, and they've got some soft cheese baguettes. Up there you can see the prices. Cake and a hot drink, that's exactly what I'm going to have. And you could even get a bacon roll. So falafel, hummus, and a wee selection in the summertime. I don't think it'll be working today bits of ice creams. So, next time you're travelling anywhere, be sure to come down here and see Cash and buy her wares.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
It's always nice to be nice. Well, we made the bus. It's running late, so I might have to really sprint it from Union Street down to the quayside to get the ferry tonight, because there is a closing time of 4:30. So this is exciting, and I do like running. No, I don't. And whilst waiting for the bus, there, a chap that was standing next to me, Stevie, very nice young man, was telling me about the prices of the transport. You know, if you want to go to Aberdeen on a stagecoach bus, or you want to go on the train. And thank God I've got a bus pass. So Stevie's away out to see some of his pals tonight in Aberdeen, out for the football, which reminds me, it's Scotland playing tonight, and they're away out in Athens in Greece. So I'll be watching the game on the boat. Take care. I bet you all know where this is, because there's a great sign here. Well, in the end, I didn't need to do much running. I'm here, just at the ferry port, and the ship Aroon, I believe I'm on tonight. I'll have made it within 10 minutes of the booking being closed. So yeah, what fun. So they're running, although I feel out of breath with this huge bloody rucksack on me and another bag. What I need is one of the old age pensioner trolleys. Yeah, that's what I need. Oh, and a new set of lungs. There you go, that's me getting told that if my bag's unattended, they'll throw it over the side. Just awful nice of them. Maybe I could just pick it up when we get to Shetland. Right, the wee shop, it's not opened yet, but it will be later. Get your goodies. All these places to visit. Well done, Sarah. Lovely. If you're into your gaming. This is where most people sleep, and I'll try and get a sleeping spot here. Just about here, I'll do fine. There we go, we're all on board now. Shetland, here we come.
always makes a mess. It's the whole situation. 6 shots on target for Greece. I'm pummeling so far. Fortunately for Scotland, the good news is the scoreline isn't reflecting the domination and the opportunities that Greece have fashioned.
We're still doing 1-0 after 29 minutes.
Giving up opportunities, allowing them to have more confidence. Scotland take control of this game.
There was a whole pile of guys here beforehand. But now, only half an hour in, they're all off to their cabins. I don't know.
Why is that?
So about 20 minutes from Dalkin and Lerwick. Pretty sure that that's a lighthouse there that you see in front of you. Flashing away. Bit of a crescent moon up there. As the crew get ready. Deck, so I've had to come here to where all the smokers are hanging out at time for breakfast. And yes, we did survive the night. Well, good morning to you all. Well, yes, we made it. Thanks very much for the horsey. It wasn't too bad a night, but I'm glad to be here, and it's quite early in the morning, so I'm going to have to go to my bed and breakfast. They say that I can drop my bags off there, and then I'll have to find something to do around the island on a Sunday. I wouldn't think there's much to do, but I've got my legs. So, thank you very much. So, here we go. Well, good morning. Welcome to Shetland and to its main town of Lerwick. You see the toon clock up there? It says 25 to 9. So we've walked from Holmesgarth, from where the ferry comes in, and I'm heading for my B&B. I'm not actually going to get into the rooms until 12 o'clock, but they do say that I can go and put my bags in there, which is handy. Now, as I say, the toon hall up there, and also that's where the headquarters of the police are in the programme Shetland. But I wanted to show you this. See if you recognise this. I know it's a wee bit dark, but the darkness suits it. So, what you're looking at there is the site of the Uphellia fire at the end of the march. This is where they bring the galley down and set fire to it to see out the old year and bring in the new year. And this is right on the street that I'm staying on, which is called King Harold Street. Look at that for a beautiful morning. So, better get myself together. But yeah, so there it is. Right, let's go on. Hello and welcome back to Shetland. We're off to watch the rugby now. It's Sunday afternoon. I've had a decent sort of kip after the boat journey, and as I say, this is a place called the Nab, just south of Lerwick itself. Pretty stunning, eh? You're looking good. Everybody wants to talk to you. So here we are in the High Street, the Main Street, whatever you want to call it. Let's just go for a wander straight through. A very famous knitwear shop here. A very tight fitting van outside. And we'll be popping in here tomorrow. Get our buff and poo. There you go. Get your buff and poo. Last time I was here, I was in this outdoor trek shop and purchased some waterproof trousers. Here we are, where all the proclamations are read out. And the old buildings, county buildings are here. I feel the rain coming down again, so let's get pushing on. And they all lead down onto the wharf. Great music shop here, high level music centre, and the lounge. Now we might go in there to see if the rugby's on, I'm not too sure. Let's just take you around the corner a wee bit. Now we've got the camera centre and juices. So I've passed about 4 banks already. Once again, there's all these lovely wee lanes. This is the one that goes back up to my bed and breakfast. Chocolates, canucci's. Maybe that's another word for chocolates. As you can see, it does get quite tight around here. I think this is where D.I. Calder rushed down the steps to see the guy who was giving her information about drugs in a boat in last week's episode of Shetland. There's another bank. And Superdrug's open. Hey. We've even got a Intersport here. think there's another pub down there called the Full Bar, and also around the corner is a Great Chippy. And that basically takes you to the end of the tightest bit. Up behind us now is the main defences for Lerwick itself. Behind that big wall is Fort Charlotte. The Fort Cafe takeaway. Right, well, I'll leave it there. We're going to go back and try this place out, the lounge, see what's going on there, see if we've got any sport. We'd like to catch the rugby. It's about half an hour away. Right, so there we go. I hope you enjoyed the quick walk up the high street. There's not much to it. Obviously we're out of season just now, but this really suits me fine. And there you go, you can still get your Viking kit. Right. Click 'em in, Broch. A very good morning to you all, and welcome back here to Shetland and to Lerwick, just on the south side of Lerwick. We're visiting today Click Broch. So the buildings that you're about to see, whose ruins survived, may have developed over 1,000 years ago, from about 800 to 700 BC. This Broch Tower was built sometime between 4 and 100 BC. Scholars still debate whether it was a prestigious home, a fortified stronghold, or maybe both, but the evidence is not conclusive yet. After a few centuries, the Broch was reduced in height and rebuilt inside. This later building's residents were important figures who enjoyed imported luxuries. Fragments from decorated Roman glass bowls were found here. But the purpose of the two-storey building is still a mystery. It's not known if it could be a standalone guardhouse or defence linked to the Broch, a remnant maybe of an earlier fort, or perhaps setting for a ritual conflict. But as we go inside, there's a pair of cut footprints, and they may have been used for ceremonies. At Dunad in Argyll, 8th century kings were inaugurated by placing their foot into similar carvings, so maybe we'll see them. But in the meantime, let's take you for a wee stroll around Clickaman Broch. It's in a very unusual location. Okay, today you can see the town of Lerwick around it, and some really big large buildings. I think that's the sports centre and the big school that's here, but it doesn't take away from the builders that came here so many years ago and built this. Situated nearly like a cranach out on the water or by the water's edge. maybe at one point back here, this was all underwater. So it was very much like a cranach. So let's go inside. Apologies once again for the wind, but it is Shetland we're in. There's a wee tunnel for us to get through. So that would be like outer defences. Maybe a bit here for your century to stand on. And that would have went all the way around, as we're going to do. So let's go to the left here and see what we can see. I was going to fly my drone, but it is a bit windy, but maybe it'll die down before I leave. Oh, that looks dark. Let's go in here. Oh, God, there was some wee people. Oh, I should have really left my rucksack back at the entrance. Anyway, here we come. Wow. And in the background, you can hear a modern day helicopter. Just going to take off my rucksack here. I don't think anybody's going to pinch it. Look at there. So let's have a wee look in these chambers. How far up does it go? Okay, it's stoned up there. Interesting. And this one. This goes quite far back. Right, get your torch pot. See if I can bring some light to the situation. Oh, my knees. Oh. Shouldn't really do this. Oh. Let me stop there for a wee second. Well, good morning to you all and welcome back to day I think it's Tuesday here on Shetland. Just been into the local Tesco here, get myself a wee meal deal. And way in the background there you can see the island of Bressie. Yeah, we did get a wee bit of snow last night, just a sort of flurry to cover the hills, and it is very cold. It is 1 degree or something like that, but anyway, it's not going to deter us because we're away off to a place called Leavenwick, and when I get to Leavenwick I'll tell you why we went to Leavenwick. So in the meantime, from a busy road waiting for a bus, I'll catch you later. So we've come from way up on the main road there, all the way around here and down to the fictitious village of Lunawik. Now, I've got to tell you, if you're a Shetland fan, that's the TV series, you might recognise some of these wee hoosies. But what I would say is, as I walk through the village, you get this eerie feeling that curtains are twitching and blinds are moving as people have a wee peek at the tourist that's coming to town and thinking to themselves, who's he? What's he up to? They think we should go out and murder him. I hope not. So far all the folk that I've met here in Shetland have been very, very friendly. And I don't see any reason why that should change. So here we go. A wee sign here. It tells you to go to the beach. Over this wee river. Oh, if you could feel that wind, it would chill you to the bone. Oh, but at least it's dry just now and the sun's out. I've been looking at some of the maps and the aerial photography of this beach, and it's not one of those big stunning beaches, certainly not the ones that we've got in the Outer Hebrides, but certainly it's beautiful and the location is just fantastic. So here we go, ready for a wee wow moment. As I give you leaving Mike Beach. Tide's in now, which also helps for walking. And here you go. Don't think I'll be flying the drone here, I'm afraid. It's amazing that the sun's shining, eh? Absolutely gorgeous. There's a wee cemetery up there, I think we'll go and visit that as well. Right, let's go visit the graveyard. There we're definitely going to find bodies. So this will be the older part of the cemetery, dating back many years. And the way I guess I look at it is that, you know, what is death? I mean, before we were born, so I'll have to stop here. Look, the very first headstone that I see down here is to somebody of my own name, Jameson, in loving memory. Yeah, death. So before we're actually born, there is a state of non-existence. Nothing. We don't know where we were before we were born. But then we are born and we have a life. And that life goes on until we die. And then, once again, there is a state of non-existence. Here you go, here's another one. Good. The Jamesons must be rife here. Robert Jameson. Very good. So, yeah, when you die, there's another state of non-existence, non-consciousness. You don't know where you are. Here's an amazing stone here. Jacobina Colvin. The Colvins. And you can see how basic this has been etched into this bit of sandstone. But beautiful all the same. Yeah, so at the end of the day, where do we go to? What do we do? For me, I think it's just another exciting adventure. That's all. I hope that wasn't too morbid, but I am in the graveyard, you know. But it is gorgeous. Although it's freezing. Oh, have I said that? There we are. Oh. Yeah, non-existence. One thing I have noticed about being in Shetland is the cloud formation seems to ring the whole of the island. I better go because here comes my bus. Turn it off. Never hold up the bus. So welcome back to Scalloway. Well, we've just had a walk around the harbour and we've come across the memorial to the fallen and dead of the First and Second World Wars, and also to the Shetland bus itself. What a lovely memorial it is. And here we have the information on the Shetland bus itself. You can have a wee read of that. I'll take pictures of it all. Pretty stunning. In fact, it's so stunning, I think the wind is down a wee bit, so let's go and launch the drone. Beautiful, here we are. Get a wee picture there. And from the other side, out to sea. That way to Burghead and its twin companion memorial of the propeller. Oh, there you are! Hello and welcome back to Shetland. Yeah, that's not going to work because well, hello everybody and welcome back to Shetland. Well, we're still here on our mission. You'll remember what we were here for. We're here because of a clue that we were given in an envelope last week, and that clue is in my hand. So you'll remember it because it says raid the pool ladder of Shetland. Well, right behind me here is the actual pool ladder. So let's go in and see what happens. Oh, are you excited? I'm rather excited. Right. Right, let's go and see. Now I know that Nicola's not here today, but she sent one of her best elves to help me out. His name's Marcus. We also have Natasha behind the counter here. And as we go up the stairs into the lovely shop, look who's here.
Hi, Paul.
Hiya Marcus, welcome to me. How are you today?
Okay, yeah.
So, very quickly, please tell me about the island ladder.
We're famous for making puffin poo, marshmallow, fudge, all that kind of stuff.
And is it true that most of the ingredients are mixed in just 4 bowls?
Yeah.
No more?
We just have
How do you
four.
manage to get away with that?
Well, we all do it at different times of the day, so
Right.
Mark would probably do the marshmallow in the morning, then I would do the fudge later in like maybe midday, and then Paige does the tablet in the afternoon.
Okay, well, the reason I'm here today is I've come from the mainland with a clue in my pocket, and the
Okay.
clue was to raid the puffin ladder of Shetland. So today, I'm really pleased to say to you, I'm going to give you £100. Are you going to give me some puffin poo?
Yeah, we will.
Have you got enough in stock?
Possibly, yeah.
And have you got a bag to put it
Yeah,
in?
I do have a bag.
Well, let me just quickly run around the shop. As you can see, there's some absolutely stunning stuff. Everything here from candles, candy cane mint, you know, and lots of lovely sweets. We've got milk mint, we've got orange, we've got sticky toffee pudding for those with sweet teeth. We've even got Irish cream. But this is the stuff we're here for today. Yeah, the puffin poo. Lots of people still come in the shop all the time, even though the season's finished. We've got raspberry meringue, Trowels bogies. Now I'm not too sure, I suppose that's something to do with trolls, but the best thing about all the stuff here is that it's actually made in store and it's from Shetland. And if you ever doubted Santa Claus, this is what he collects. It's reindeer poo, and it's been put here in Shetland. So let's go on and spend that cash. So Mark is away up the stairs now, shoveling puffin poo for me, and really, really good of them to see us like this. I know it's extremely busy, and they're trying to get orders out all around the UK, and you know, if I can help them, I'll help them out as well. But before I go, I'm going to have one of these. That's the puffins that lay the poo. That's the fact. Did you not know that? Well, they have managed to shovel the poo. So let me introduce you to the team here at the Island Ladder. Here we go, here's Marcus. You are Marcus,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I'm Marcus.
And you're?
Jane.
Jane?
Natasha.
Go on, Natasha, a wee bit louder.
Natasha.
Natasha.
I'm Mark.
And Mark.
Paige.
And Paige. And have we got a message for everybody out there?
Merry Christmas.
See, that wasn't proper, was it? We'll try again. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas.
Brilliant. Well, listen, thank you very much. Look what Marcus has got for me here. I'll just show you in there. Look at all that poo. I nearly called it something else. But listen, my thanks to Nicola and the wonderful team here at the Island Ladder. I have successfully completed my mission. I now have to get home. Thank you very much for coming with us. I love to you all, and a very, very Merry Christmas when it comes along. Well, there you go. The Island Ladder crew and their shoveling skills have made me complete my mission. Of course, I've got to get back to the mainland and that's the important part. I race around Scotland and then finally use my bus pass. But in the meantime, from the Island Ladder and from the capital puffin poo of the world, thanks very much, and I'll see you later on. Toodaloo. Oh, by the way, before I go, this is a bit of a shame, isn't it? But they've just put up the new Christmas tree here, and they're now putting the lights on it, but it's not going to be actually officially lit up till next Saturday, which is a real shame. Anyway, in the meantime, from Lerwick to the loo. So this is just for fun. Now, as you know, I wasn't too well over the summertime, and I had a lot of breathing problems with blood clots on my lungs, and even tackling a couple of steps were really tough. But here in Lerwick, I'm just about to tackle the toughest hill stroke close, Scalloway Close it used to be called, now it's called Bank Close. But anyway, let's have a laugh and you can follow me up it. So here we go. Let's just stop at the bottom. It's strange that you can't actually see the angle. But I'm telling you, it's steep. But halfway up, there's a church sign. Come on, let's get going and stop talking. Halfway up, there is a church sign that says, "The Church of God meets here." Well, that's only a quarter of a way up the hill. I'm going to take it nice and easy, but you will still hear the remnants of that illness. It's not completely gone. I'm pleased to say that it's much better. And walking around on the island here and down at Fort William and Ballachulish earlier in the month has certainly strengthened my legs. But so we'll just stop there for a wee second. Pecking. Oh, and I've got my puff and poo. So just let it calm down. There we go. And then we'll go for the summit. Oh. Right. Yay! Oh. Oh, that's all I can say. Oh, there you are. My goodness, you pop up in the strangest places. Well, that's it. My race around Scotland with a bus pass, and my clue led me to the Shetland Isles and primarily to the island larder in Lerwick. Just a couple of things to say as we wrap up the show. It was just amazing. I've got to say, when I go on these journeys, and I've been to the Western Isles and been to many, many places, you can have as much beautiful scenery as you want. You can have as much beautiful accommodation as you want. But when you come back home, the memories that seem to carry with you all the time are the people that you met on the way that made your adventure brilliant. So to all the people in Shetland, Northlink ferries, the Ember bus, remember? And the people that had my accommodation, to Eva and Andrew and Callum, thank you very much. But my last thank obviously goes to Nicola and her crew at the island larder. Now, what did we go in search of? We went in search of this. This is reindeer poo. And this is puffin poo. So we raided the larder, and I have here in my goodie bag absolute tons of the stuff. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it all, but thank you very much for looking after me. And whilst I was there at the ladder, I got to see most of the staff that work there, and a better bunch of people you couldn't have met. They were just absolutely fantastic. Let me put that up there. I managed to learn a wee bit of the local dialect, and I just want to say thank you, Nicola, for helping us out, and I'll be spreading the love and cheer with my puffin poo and my reindeer poo next weekend at the Christmas lights turn on here in Elgin. Once again, what can I say? We completed our mission, and we look forward to the next one. Is there anybody I forgot? Oh, yeah. Thanks very much for everybody who followed my wee adventure, and to my family. You know, I can't do this without you giving me the leeway to just disappear and do mad grandpa things. And it's those mad grandpa things that'll leave mad grandpa memories, and I hope they're all good ones. So when Christmas comes around, have a great time, and a very happy new year when that comes around. And we'll look into going on our next wee adventure as we race around Scotland on a bus pass. Oh, you thought you were getting away. Well, there is a wee bit of a postscript to this. I wanted to say an answer, hopefully, truthfully, so that you know how the puffin poo and the reindeer poo comes around. Well, you know, during the summer months, there's an influx of tourists to the island, and they're all over the place. But one of the things they love to do is go and watch the birds. But the birds are awful young. The wee puffins are awful wee and frightened of all these tourists. So they tend to poo a lot when all these tourists descend off of buses. But the locals, they are okay about this, because they go and scoop up all the puffin poo and put it into bags to keep the place nice and tidy for the next group of tourists that come in. So when you're out there as a tourist, you might see lots of puffins, but you won't see much poo because it's been collected by those thrifty islanders. As for the reindeer poo, well, Shetland is a designated stop-off point for Santa and his reindeers as they whiz round the world on Christmas Eve, delivering all their parcels. So they stop in Shetland, and as they stop in Shetland, they need a comfort break. So reindeer poo is out there. Once again, those thrifty islanders are out with their reindeer pooper scoopers and scoop up all the reindeer poo so that Santa and his reindeer can get on their way in the super highway above us at Christmas Eve. So, remembering that, Santa is real. That's for true. That's the truth. And also those puffins, they're absolutely gorgeous. But at the end of the day, it's the islanders' hard work that makes the puffin poo and the reindeer poo and lots of other goodies in the island larder shop so special that they're now available here at Scotsmid stores in Scotland. So if you're near your nearest Scotmid, nip in and grab yourself some puffin poo and some reindeer poo. It's absolutely gold dust. And once it's on your lips, next time I go to Shetland, I know that you'll be giving me an order. So, once again, take care until we go travelling around Scotland on the trusted bus paths. And maybe one year I'll go and help the Islanders scoop the poop. Maybe you should go too. Go